Hello. I know it's been a while, but I figured I would do something Monster Hunter related, as I've been quite addicted to this franchise. I'm not even gonna lie, it is so fun. I already went through a lot of the game. I will put in the title that there is a warning for spoilers, as I will be showing stuff further into the game. But basically, what I wanted to do was just talk a bit about the Insect Glaive and how to use it in Rise, what are the different uses of the different moves and whatnot, and most importantly, what comes with the different types of Kinsect, because at first I was looking for information on these and I couldn't find anything. So I figured I would put a place where you can find this for the fellow Insect Glaive users. To begin with, Insect Glaive is just a super mobile weapon. Some of the moves are a bit high commitment. Not quite like charging a greatsword, but it's still more than let's say a dual blade or something. But it is highly mobile, and it is the weapon that, especially in the older games, you had the verticality added to the fight. Now with Wirebug, the other weapons also have access to it, but like, you're still the king of that. When it comes to the different types of bugs, let me go and get that out of the way real quick. There are three types of bugs. There's still the attack types, Severe and Blunt, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I really want to talk about is when you look at the Kinsect type. This one is an assist, this is a speed, and this is a powder. These are the three types you've got. Assist, I'm not sure which one is the better ones yet, by the way. It really depends on how you play, I think. For me, right now I've really been enjoying using the assist type. The assist type is typically the slowest type, so it can be a bit annoying to maneuver around with the bug. You will mainly use it when up close to the monster. Otherwise, when the particularity of the assist type is, so far they are all, if you look at the Kinsect bonus on the right, dual color, and it says attack. That means that, like in World, when you were buffed after using the pod and doing the little dance thing, your bug will gather 2 essence. Except the difference in this one is the essence will be gathered instantly, both at the same time. And basically, depending on what part of the monster you get, you will always get one of the colors. Like, let's say you hit the armored part, it will always be orange. You hit the mobility parts, it will be white. You hit the head or like claws and whatnot, it will be the red essence. I'll come back to them a bit later. But basically, what you need to know is the red essence is the most important one. And you get both instantly. The red essence is the attack. If you go through the other assist types, like this one, it says dual color speed. That means you will get the white essence. No matter where you hit the monster. So this gives you the red essence confirmed all the time. No matter where you hit the monster. Now back to the actual Kinsect type. Assist type is really good for adding damage onto your moves. You can use them basically by, you need the 3 essence on you, and it needs to be not flying around. It needs to be on you. When you do that, whenever you do certain moves, it's mainly the heavy moves, the insect will attack with you, adding some damage to your moves. The way I've been using that for most of the game is simply, I took this one because it is a blunt attack type. It guarantees me to get the red essence, so I just go in and use it to destroy parts for me. Another type you will see is the speed type. The speed type is, well, like it says, the fastest, as expected. However, it is, from what I've noticed, it is the one that the bug will be able to do the most damage from afar, simply because when the stamina of the bug is full, it will go and attack and do bonus damage when you send it out. That's really all it is. There's nothing really special. It's just quick, efficient, really fun to use. As for the powder, the dust types, or powder, depending on which language your game is on, I believe. Because I've seen dust on some screenshots, but whatever, that's another thing. The powder types will basically do exactly as in World, where they allow you to mark the a target on the opponent, and then the insect will just attack there, leaving a certain dust type over there, and you just hit the dust cloud for additional effect. This one being healing, there's blast, there's poison, and there is paralysis. So these are the types of Kinsects you will be using in Monster Hunter Rise. Now let me go to the training area real quick. Oh, I need to talk to my dojo. Again, it is a one-take guide. I should have probably just started right away here. But, yeah. What I'm gonna do is go through the basic plans of how you want to use the Insect Glaive. And what the special moves are, the switch skills. Just need this, dude. And the loading. I've been here before, don't need to show me everything. I think it's just a buffer for the loading time. Alright, let me put the switch skills back to the regular move set. Okay, so basically, right now I will be using the assist Kinsect, but it's the moveset doesn't change, it's just their utility that changes. So what you can do is by pressing RZ on the controller, it will send out the weapon to unsheath your weapon. The other way is simply by pressing the X button on your controller. The advantage is that this is very quick. It doesn't lock your mobility at all, other than when you do a move, it takes a bit of time before you can move. But that's really good while you just run around and you want to get your essence, because you do need them. The important thing is to learn how to control your Kinsect. By holding RZ, you will be able to target like this at an opponent and try to move your insect. Sometimes you're calling it and sending it back to go around the monster and whatnot. How you do this is simply to send your attack from the Kinsect. Is you press X while holding RZ, and your insect will fly in that direction. And to recall it, you press A. As you can see at the top left, the insect right now is loaded with 1 and 3, which is the red and the orange essence. That is simply because I hit the belly, which is an armored part. It will come back and give me these essence. If you hit the legs, often the back legs, but not always, or wings, it will give you the white essence. The white essence is really useful. It's just a good one to have, honestly. The main one is really having the tree essence and the red one. Like, these are the two states you will really be going for. Whether you use the white or orange essence doesn't matter too much. If I'm being completely honest. Some people might disagree, but that's how I feel about it. Yeah, you can, again, like I mentioned, you have your classic light moves and heavy moves. And another big thing, which is the reason why you probably picked the Insect Glaive, is that it can jump in the air. And to do so, you simply press the dodge button, which is by default B, while holding RZ, and you will do this leap in the air, and then you can move, do attacks, and whatnot. However, that was a bit underwhelming, I find, just because I'm so used to having the essence. Let me just grab the red essence. When you have the red essence, your moveset changes, and you get a lot more hit, you do more damage. And if you do the aerial attack, you start spinning, being the helicopter. You become an attack helicopter, and when you want to land, you just spin like crazy, doing a lot of damage to the monster. Well, basically, you always want the red essence. If it's down, you don't really want to fight, you just want to get it back ASAP. Other than that, the important one, I think, is whenever you press circle twice, A twice on the controller while having the red essence, this is your most damaging move from the Kinsect. That second hit right there, that did 76, that is the most damaging that you have in your arsenal. So you want to try and do that as much as you can. You have access to it through some different moves, and then you can just combo back into it. It is just the best combo finisher you can have. Otherwise, it's just a matter of looking at the different moves, and you'll get used to them. Training mode is there for you to go through all of them. Otherwise, I wanted to touch the silkbind moves, or the switch skills. One of them is the one where I said it was the most damaging move, will be changed from this. It will become another move. I'll show it after, actually. I'll just go with what I have. Right now, it is the most damaging one. The other one you get is a non-sheath attack. By default, you have this leap here, which is good against some knockback. And like, it's just a quick way to get your weapon out. It does decent damage. I think overall it's a good move. It's reliable. And the other one is the silkbind move, where while your weapon is drawn, unlike what I just did, if you send out your Kinsect, you can use it as a dodge to move around. It will recall your Kinsect and completely refill its stamina. The stamina, I think I forgot to mention it. The Kinsect stamina is basically how long it can stay flying without coming back. Once it's depleted, the Kinsect will automatically come back to you. This is a thing you can do when you see the essence glowing and about to disappear. You can just send out your insect, get the essence, and you keep fighting. And then whenever the essences expire, you just recall it, and you're already back in action. This way you have no downtime. Let me get the other switch skills. Whoops. One option. Switch skill. There. So, for the other moves, what you end up getting is, instead of this super damaging move, you still get something that does a lot of damage. I think it might be better for elemental moves, just because there's more hit in it. It is less mobile, but as you can see, it does a lot of damage. Still. A bit more committal, but the big point is, if you use something like the powder type of insects, which is not what I'm using, this is really good, because as you can see a little mark here, this attack will mark the... it's when you flip the glaive around you, it will hit the target, and it will mark the enemy, and then the Kinsect will start attacking and leaving dust clouds. So that is also very good if you want to go for that kind of build. The other one is one of my favorite. This move right here, which you can use as an unsheath by pressing forward and X, or you can press forward and A while not in a combo, and you will do it also. It's a quick multi-hit move, it travels pretty far, and as you're traveling with it, it acts as a counter. If you get hit during that time, you will be sent flying upwards, you won't take any damage, and then you'll basically just be flying in the air, ready to do whatever. And that's when the other silkbind move becomes really useful. The new silkbind move that you will get is simply a dive that you just go and scabbard the opponent with it. Very, very high damage, especially for a weapon like the glaive. Good at breaking parts, knocking the monster and whatnot. It's a good punish. It's just better. Like, you get sent flying after using the counter. You just go around, bounce on the opponent, and then you land with it. It does so much damage. The damage is also increased if you have all three essence, compared to not adding any or just adding 2, 1, whatever. That doesn't matter. It just gets the buff of damage once you get the 3 essence in. Another thing I forgot to mention just before I end this video, if you press ZR when your weapon is out, you will mark the target. And the other way to mark the target is when your weapon is drawn. If you hold ZR, you just press LZ, and you will shoot a little projectile where you're aiming that will mark the target. I forgot to mention that. It's very useful for the powder type insects. Otherwise, you can use it to mark, and then you can just send your insect wherever, and it will target exactly where you have marked the target. So as you can see, I can mark the head now, and then if I aim over there and send the insect, it goes exactly where I marked it. So yeah, these are the use. Just a quasi rundown. Wow, what word is that? A quick rundown of the insect and how to use it, what the pros and cons are. My personal favorite loadout is with the assist Kinsect, and I just go. As for the switch skills, I use the leaping slash because I like having that one big move at the end. I use the tetraseal slash, and I use the diving wyvern. Overall, how I feel about the Insect Glaive, compared to World, I think it's a bit of a harder weapon to use. Because you need to get used to new controls, but also just the new stuff they added, like the counter and whatnot, and the different types of Kinsect, and I'm all for it. I think it's really good. And in exchange for losing all the usability that we had in getting a lot of mounts during a hunt, while they increase the damage overall the Insect Glaive does, making it so that it is just a very good weapon. Oh wait, no, it's not the Tetraseal Slash. Because if I aim to use the powder Kinsect, I would definitely use that one, but otherwise I use the Tornado Slash. And yeah, that's my loadout. Did I miss it? I did. I lied again, I'm sorry. I'd just been using the loadout without looking at what it was. Advancing Round Slash is what I use. Tornado Slash, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Because I love having that counter whenever it's coming. Something I've noticed, probably my favorite moment is I tend to use the X combo 3 times, because then you can either go into Tornado Slash, or if you hold forward while doing Tornado Slash, you will instead get the counter. Why did I not get it this time? Okay, I'm not getting it right now, but there's a timing to it where you just wait a little bit, and you can instantly switch without high commitment to the counter. So you see the monsters start getting ready to attack, and you just hit back. So yeah, I just did a one-take guide real quick for Insect Glaive because there was a lot I wanted to cover about the weapon and not a lot of information on the internet for now. So I hope it's useful. If you have any question, again, feel free to leave them below, or if you'd like to find out fellow hunters, I will leave it in the description below a link to my Discord. There is a channel and role dedicated to fellow monster hunters. Hope y'all have a nice one.